Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the football team, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Football Team. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 5. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jamin Davis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
It's second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Joseph Osai.
And they're to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 7, Washington 3.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow, flush to his right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Deron Payne drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And you know, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now, so you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge. They're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
It's 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Next was Washington 10, Bengals 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
what's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a cycle.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll run with Moss.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Thaddeus Moss
in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
A final shot before half for Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Gott.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, Lance.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Gibson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gibson again.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 41. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chase Young gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Throwing now is Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, 54 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They go play action with Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On third down, Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Burrow on play action. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Lance, an 8-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive. First thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Lance. This one left side caught by Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Preston Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.